If you see something suspicious, call 1-888-TIPS-NJT.
His voice can be heard on New Jersey Transit security commercials.
It's up to all of us to keep our transit system and our country safe, so do your part and don't hesitate. A moment's delay may be a moment too late.
And the announcements on the AirTrain at Newark.
The train is departing. Please hold on while the train is moving.
Please step in. The doors are closing. The train is departing. Please hold on while the train is moving. Well, I do a lot of different transportation voices that you might hear around the area. For instance, I'm the voice on the AirTrain at Newark Airport, and I'm also the voice that you hear on a current New Jersey Transit commercial that warns you about notifying New Jersey Transit Police if you spot something suspicious at a New Jersey Transit train or bus station.
The chipper, crisp, slate plummy tenor belongs to 55-year-old Bernie Wagenblast of Cranford, New Jersey.
But sometimes if I'm speaking before a group, I'll do a line from the AirTrain, and as soon as they hear that, there's usually an instant recognition because so many people from this area have ridden the AirTrain, so they'll recognize my voice at that point.
Wagenblast did a stint as public address announcer in junior high. At Seton Hall University, he worked at WSOU, rising to station manager in his senior year.
A moment's delay may be a moment too late.
His big break came a year later, when he was recruited by a fledgling company called Shadow Traffic, which planned to provide traffic reports to many radio stations that could not afford their own exclusive coverage.
Big delays on the BQE right now. We've got a stalled car blocking the right lane. If you're heading on the New Jersey Turnpike, expect a slowdown getting into the car-truck lane merge south of Interchange 8A. I started from when I was a little kid wanting to be involved in radio. And when Shadow Traffic first came to New York back in 1979, I was fortunate enough to be selected as one of the original Shadow Traffic reporters. So I did that. I had my start in broadcasting. And then after doing that for about 5 years or so, my career took a little bit of a turn, and I ended up working in the transportation field. Airlines serving Terminal C are United Express.
Now he is the voice of the next train announcements for the New York City subway system and the AirTrain at Newark and JFK airports.
With the New York City subway, what we did is we recorded a number of different messages, over 100 different or 1,000 different words and phrases, so the computer can make you say almost anything that it wants in terms of how long a delay will be or how long it will be before a train comes. Hopefully, in most cases, it's just a few minutes that the train might be delayed, but you never know with something like that.
The transportation vet offered some key tips for creating a good announcement.
I think one of the keys is because you're usually being heard in a place that's not terribly acoustically friendly. It's difficult to be overheard by the sounds that are in the background. So I think you have to be very articulate. You have to be very clear with what you're saying. And most times, especially for instance, again, the subways or the AirTrain, I want to be very friendly with what I'm saying because people are usually under some stress. They're trying to get someplace. Maybe they're running late, maybe they're not really sure where they're going. So by being a little bit friendly, having a smile in the voice, I think that makes a big difference.
And if Bernie had 3 wishes for his voice career, what would they be?
Oh, I imagine if I could record the opening to one of the network news programs, that would be a lot of fun. Or maybe even doing something on a sitcom would be an interesting thing. One of these days, I hope that some movie is filmed in the subways or on the AirTrain, and in the background you hear my voice. That would be sort of a nice little icing on the cake type situation.